We're making tiramisu, except the recipe I found online, we're gonna slightly alter because we didn't find some things and because we don't have some things. So like starting off with like the coffee, it said cold espresso, and like I have no idea like how to make it, I guess. Like we don't have a coffee machine. So I just looked up, can I make it with instant coffee? And so it's kind of like a put together like recipe for that. And so basically I'll just like heat up some water, add some of this, and then add some cold water, and then while that cools, because then it becomes cold espresso, we'll work on the whipped cream with the heavy whipping cream. And that's the second thing we're altering is I don't have a hand mixer, so we're gonna have to whisk it. But I saw a hack where you can just freeze a mason jar and then pour it in and then like shake it. And I don't think it'll be like the stiff peaks that you kind of need. So I was just gonna do that for like half the process and then start whisking it, because then it's like less whisking that we have to do. And one of the other things is we didn't find ladyfingers at Walmart, and we didn't want to drive to Safeway to see if they potentially had ladyfingers. So we ended up getting Biscoff because I feel like this will taste just as good in tiramisu. The recipe we found says we need 1.5 cups of cold espresso, and so what I'm gonna do is I got a little bit more than 1.5 cups so that I can pour some of this in, and then we're gonna heat it in the microwave so that it's hot and it melts the instant coffee. And that way, like, because water's gonna evaporate, that way we kind of end up with the same amount of water. So I think I'll do like 3/4-ish of water. Now I'm just gonna microwave this until it's hot, and then we'll add the instant coffee. Okay, my water is hot now. I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of the instant coffee. It's fine if there's a little bit of extra, because it just means a stronger coffee flavor. That's 1, 2, 3. I'll just mix it until it's dissolved. Okay, all the coffee is dissolved, so I'm just gonna pour in almost all of the rest of this water. Now I'll set this to the side while it cools, and we'll start working on the whipped cream. Okay, we need 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, so I'm gonna pour it in here. Now I'm gonna try the mason jar hack and hope we get a good like start to the whipped cream before we have to start whisking it. Now we shake for an absurdly long amount of time, I believe. Unfortunately, I lost the rest of this footage, so we'll just cut to the end. Here's how the tiramisu came out. It looks amazing, and I think I did a really good job for this being my first time making this recipe, especially with so many additions. I find the best slice to cut into, and I choose that corner, and obviously we have to try a giant slice. The tiramisu smelled amazing. I was so excited to try it, and I wanted to buy it with all the flavors and components. And let me tell you guys that this tasted delicious, and I just kept eating. It was literally a 10 out of 10, even with all of my adjustments. And I'll try to link the recipe in the comments because it was just that good, and you should definitely make it. But if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.